back. I'll start with the music. On some dark shit. Gotta stay in this dark place, man. The dark music is what I really like making the most, man. Dark and epic music. Gonna bring the sounds in one at a time. Hi-hats. Toms in. Bass. Yo. Trying to think what I want to put to or add on this next. Bring the space down a little bit. Get the reverb in on it, man. Cool. All right. The wisdom of today is saving money, man. So basically what I want to talk about as far as saving money is my tips on how I save money. What's the best ways that I've discovered to save money? And we're talking about like saving an emergency fund and stuff like that. We're not talking about saving to reinvest. We'll do that on another video, but just saving just to have some financial security in your life, a little bit of financial stability. Maybe, well, not stability, but more like get you out of the place of living paycheck to paycheck. That's basically what I want to talk about as far as saving money. From my experiences, because I used to live paycheck to paycheck when I was younger. From my experience, the things I did that helped me do that was one, make a little bit more money. And I'm not talking about like no six figures money, because like I'm just a regular dude. I make about less than $50,000 a year, but I'm single with no kids, so that's another part into it too. So make a little bit more money, man. If you're making around 30, try to find a way to get up to like 40,000. That's when you really start noticing that it's easier to save money. So making more, that's the first part. The second part is bill management. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to all your bills. Like, is there some bills you can get rid of that you don't really need to pay like that? Like cell phones and internet, stuff like that. Like me personally, I can afford like more expensive cell phones and cell phone service. Like I can go to contract shit like that. I don't go to none of that. All my stuff is prepaid. My internet's prepaid. My cell phone's prepaid. Both together is like $100, and I can downgrade those if I want to. Just if I don't need the extra internet, stuff like that. They both do all that I need them to do, man. So that's another way I save money. Like I said, just bill management. If you're gonna finance a car, stuff like that, don't go cash out, get you no Hellcat and stuff like that, or some type of Challenger or Charger or the high end version of it. You gotta get like the older cars. Like we're talking like to where your car payment is around $400 or $500 a month. Don't really go too much over $500 a month if you're gonna get a finance vehicle, because you ain't gonna be saving nothing, because now you got rent and you got a car payment plus that car insurance, and car insurance is up right now. So my car insurance, like I had gotten into an accident with my last car and got a new car. So it went up a little bit because of the accident, but then that rolled off and then my insurance went back down, but then the inflation hit and now my insurance is through the roof again, man. It's higher than it was when I first got the car. So I'm paying almost $300 a month for car insurance. Like I got a 2016 Mustang. My car payment around $400 a month. So it really ain't that much. Like I said, when you work a job paying like 20, 22, 23 an hour, it's real easy to save some money. Like your checks are about $1,400 every check. Man, one check, my rent ain't nothing. That's another part too. Rent, try to get the cheapest rent that you can get, because most people who rent like apartments and stuff like that, that's why I stay in an apartment. Everybody want to get the most fanciest, the nicest looking apartment. I'm like, bro, you're not working to buy an apartment unit, bro. Why spend so much on rent for a super expensive apartment, like 15, 1200, $1,600 a month for an apartment, bro? Like that's no way to save money. So don't get too fancy, man. If you're making like 40, 45,000 a year, don't get too fancy. Like you ain't on top of the world yet, man. Try not to have any kids and stuff like that. So if you don't have any kids, you got a lot more freedom with your money and stuff like that. So I mean, most people can't really do nothing about that. Like life happens, like we kind of all get caught up in the moment and stuff like that. I don't have any kids personally, but I would love to have a little girl. But anywho, spending habits, managing your spending habits. So just pay attention to how much stuff you don't need that you buy too much of, like Jordans, food, going out to eat too much, stuff like that. I cook pretty much every day. Like, and when I go to work, I take food to work, stuff like that. It's even to the point where I even take my own juices, like instead of buying like stuff at the gas station and at work, that will add up real fast. So be careful with that. Instead, I buy me like some big containers. I take them to work. I take a bottle that I can pour my juice in. That big bottle that you get at like Walmart and stuff like that, that'll last you a couple of days versus buying sodas at work and stuff like that. It's like $2.19 a soda. You buy probably two, maybe three a day. That's like $6 right there. Gas stations even more higher. So like I said, just managing your spending habits. Like don't be going all in on Jordans every year, but everybody got something that they like to spend money on. Me, I like to spend money on virtual instruments, but that's more of an investment. I guess Jordans can be an investment if you know what you're doing. Women, that kind of play into saving money as well. I don't really be in relationships like that, so that's another way how I save more money because I don't be out here cashing out on females and stuff like that. Even if I was in a relationship, I still probably wouldn't be cashing out like that. I'd probably buy some gifts here and there, but I ain't taking no trips with you overseas and shit like that. Like I only known you for a couple weeks. What you talking about, man? Like y'all be crazy doing that, man. The fellas out here, y'all crazy as hell. Be taking chicks out of town and stuff like that. Yeah, y'all only known them for like a month. Y'all crazy, man. I understand like you get lonely and shit like that, but it couldn't be me, man. Like I would have to be crazy about you to do some shit like that, but. There's only one woman I was actually crazy about, and I still ain't cash out that much on her because I just didn't trust her. So that's another thing, like relationships. What's one for the women? Same thing go for women, man. Like stop buying gifts for dudes you really into, man. Like, cause I done been in relationships with females that like I didn't really like that, but I liked who they were, and they was just constantly buying me stuff, and I was like, bro, you ain't gotta buy me nothing. You ain't gotta buy my heart. So that's one for the women, like. You ain't got to spend money on dudes like that. We don't really care about, most men don't really care about shit like that, man. I mean, we appreciate it, but that ain't what keep men in relationships with women anyway. So that's another thing on how to save money. That's all I can think of right now, man. Back to the music.